22-year-old young lady who was bought with a bride price in Africa by a 56-year-old white man.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright lovelies, let's get into the video. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this 56-year-old white male actually bought a woman from Africa. Guys, this actually got me thinking, and this got a lot of people talking, and I was just able to put up the stitch together. Guys, I'm just gonna reel the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that this channel supports any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here for educational purposes, guys. So please share this video, subscribe, and get this lady justice, and let's get into it.
Everybody meet Nelly. Nelly emailed me. Greetings. I humbly make this request because I would like for you to cover/investigate a story about a 22-year-old young lady who was bought with a bride price in Africa by a 56-year-old white man in Texas who trapped her in his house as a...
Marvin Watson, he discovered me through Facebook. That's in 2012. This man in the United States who wants to sponsor people from Africa to go study in the United States.
So Marvin went to Botswana and met her family.
So while he was here in Botswana, my parents wouldn't let me go.
So Marvin wrote the U.S. Embassy in Botswana to convince her parents. But that wasn't good enough for her parents. So Marvin proposed that they get married. And so they did. But in their culture, you have to purchase the wife as a respectful offer.
Culturally, the bride price is meant just as an appreciation from the groom side to the bride side, like the way it's supposed to be here in Africa. The bride price is just meant appreciation to the bride's price, that now your daughter, we're gonna take your daughter from you and join our family, and that is just for appreciation. But now I don't know how they discovered that, but they are just ruining the whole meaning, because now they're using it as purchasing.
And Marvin took it as he owned her, like property. So when he brought her over here, she wasn't allowed to go outside, make new friends, meet the neighbors, or even go to college like he promised her she would. Marvin lived with two other people, his son and his sister.
This is Regina Watson.
Did you ever get to meet her or anything?
Yeah. She got plucked out of Africa by my brother, wanting someone to take care of him, and it didn't turn out that way.
Now pay attention to everything she says.
Did he live with her, with his children as well?
She lived with him in Austin with my nephew.
Not Charles or
Yeah, it was Charles.
Oh, okay, Charles and Regina, is it?
You're not putting my name in anything.
Now I wasn't able to find a photo of Regina, but when I asked her if she lived there when Nelly lived there, she denied and said she had to move out immediately.
Did you live with her while she was there for a little bit of time?
For like 5 minutes.
But Nelly said that wasn't true and that she lived there for almost a year. So I called Regina back.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, is Regina there?
What can I do for you?
What's with the hesitation, Regina?
You did live there for a year and you didn't move out?
Not for a year. Well, you mean when she moved in?
Yeah.
No, I was only there for a few months, only because my...
Okay, so you went from immediately to a few months. But that's not all, because Regina knew her brother kept it a secret, which means she kept it a secret too.
Really? So he kind of kept
He
it...
never told anybody.
So he kind of kept it to the, as like a little secret.
Yep.
So when Regina moved out, someone new moved in. Everybody meet Felicia. Now Felicia became good friends with Nelly and also came to her defense.
Hello.
Hello, Felicia?
Yes, hi. I met Nelly through Marvin. I've known Marvin for 20 plus years.
She used to work with Marvin years ago in real estate.
I moved in with Marvin after, well, let me say first, I went over to visit, and he had a new wife. And this new, quote, wife was Nelly.
But then she started catching the red flags.
That's when I started seeing things like, he just always had some excuse as to why she couldn't go somewhere
you know, or either she had to go with him, or either she had to stay at the house. She was always made to stay at the house. And I didn't like that.
That's when Felicia fought for Nelly to be able to go out.
That's when I said, no. I'm telling him, you know, she needs to go places. Marvin, you need to take her places. She can't be pent up in this house. This will drive anyone crazy. You know, she's young. She needs to be free. So we started doing things at least twice a week.
But sadly, it got even worse.
I think the most disturbing, and this is when I said, you know, this is not going to work, Marvin. I could see her just falling deep into these depressions. She became more and more depressed. And he's on some kind of pain management. Well, she took probably about half a bottle of his and trying to kill herself, trying to commit. She wanted to go home. And he wouldn't allow her.
But it even got so bad where Felicia had to pull Marvin off of Nelly.
I had to physically, like, get on top of him and pull him. What are you doing, Marvin? What are you doing? What is going on here? Why are you holding her down like that?
And after all of this, Marvin passed away, but he has a will. But on this will, it says that he is not married, which isn't true because he never got divorced. And Nelly just wants what she deserves now that she's a widow. And Marvin's family is preventing that from happening, even though they know what he did.
You tried to buy a whole human being. I just that you cannot put the price of 2 goats and a cow and helping them finish out their and think that you bought a person. If they knew what was going on over here to their daughter.
He's the one who spied on me, found me, convinced me to come over, wrote all these letters, made all these arrangements, and flew me over there. I never asked him to come over and take me here. He was the one who was convincing me and convincing everybody that he's taking me over there for school.
So let's all share this story and help Nelly get justice. My name's Eric Stone. Doses.
When you saw 12 Years a Slave, did you think there should have been more years? Was that one of your thoughts?
I even went further than that.
Yeah?
I'm like, I'm going to buy me a plantation down in Alabama.
Yes.
And I'm going to put all the blacks back on the plantation.
This is wild, dude. This is crazy.
So that I could teach them about family.
Yep.
And about how to work hard and be individual.
Something tells
and take
me
care of themselves.
This will not be very well received as an idea.
Like, seriously, lovelies, when I came across this video, the one thing that I keep on asking myself is that I thought something like this is something that has happened in the past and it's not happening anymore. But I found out that something like this has been happening and it's keep on happening, and it's something that no one is actually talking about. Like, seriously, he actually went to Africa to, buy someone. Like, he feels that there's something about bride price in Africa. Bride price in Africa does not mean that you are buying a whole human being. It doesn't mean that you are buying or you're paying some kind of, that you want to buy a human being. Bride price is something like you are going to give this. It's even a small money. It's like a dowry. A dowry doesn't mean that you are buying a full human being. It's just as an exchange. That dowry is something that they might use to buy something like a living. It's just a traditional stuff. It doesn't mean that you are buying a full human being. So he practically met this person on Facebook. Seriously, this is what they do oftentimes. They go to Facebook or online or whatsoever, look for all these kind of, timid or girls, like people that is not privileged enough to go out there. They're not privileged enough to know what is life or what life is all about. They look for such people. They look for naive people, and they come as angels. They come as people to come liberate a certain family, and they do this thing coming through your parents. So he decided to meet this girl on Facebook. One thing led to the other. They got talking. Maybe the girl must have probably told him her life stories and how things been difficult and all of that, which is just, then he decided to use this advantage. From talking to her, he decided to migrate to talking to the parent, and before you know it, he started asking her to come over to the United States so she can study, better her future, for a greener pasture and all of that. So one thing led to the other, they can't just go like that. So they decided to use the marital way. So using the marital way, you have to do something they call a traditional marriage. A traditional marriage. A traditional marriage is like a tradition. It is done in Africa. That is a traditional way of getting married. And that is what they call a bride price. A bride price does not mean that I am buying this woman, or I am buying this human being, or I am buying this particular person, or I'm purchasing a product. You're not purchasing a product, neither are you buying a human being. Bride price is an agreement, it's a form of agreement. It's not even a huge amount of money, it's a token amount of money that you will be given to the parents. Then the parents will now use this money like it is, we are giving your consent to marry our daughter. They are not telling you that you are buying our daughter with your penny. No, it's a consent. It's a consent. In a traditional way, if you give a parent this kind of money, like this token of money, and the parent of the said bride you don't want to get married, you want to get married to, do not accept this money, that means that they are not giving their consent. This means that they are not giving their consent for you to go ahead with this marriage. But this 56-year-old man now think that because he gave this token of money, he has actually bought a whole human being. That means he still has this mentality of what their ancestor did in the past. He still has this mentality of a master. He still has this mentality that, oh my God, I am privileged to still have this in my own time. He want to experience what his masters has experienced. So he decided that because I have paid this bride price, I am gonna take this girl and turn her into my SLAVER or SLAVE. Seriously, when I saw this, I was like, not again. Like, not again. So he decided that since I bought this lady, I'm just gonna treat her the way I want. So one thing led to the other. They migrated to the USA. Then this girl is the opportunity to go out. The study that actually made her to come over to the United Kingdom. She couldn't even study. She's not allowed to go out. She's not allowed to do anything. Probably this man have been keeping in touch with the girl's parents, maybe giving all sorts of lies that she's doing well, maybe probably sending them some token of money and keep on enslaving this girl. He just want to experience or enjoy what. I'm so surprised that this thing that happened years ago, 100, 200 years ago, is still happening in this generation. Like, it's still happening in this generation. This video needs to be shared. It's order for all these girls, if you're meeting someone, know the person you're meeting. Some of them just want to experience what their ancestors have already. They want to know how it feels to own one. They want to know how it is. And some people tell me that something like this does not exist. It's something that happened in the past. When we keep on stitching videos like this, a lot of them come to on our inbox like, why are you talking about something that have never existed during the past? People have got. It's still happening. This thing is still happening. It's still happening in our generation. It's still happening in our generation. So he decided not to allow this lady go out until a savior comes around. When a savior comes around to save her, someone that God used to save her. I don't know what happened, and he passed. Then you know what happened? His will was written that he was single. He never married. So this man knew exactly what he was doing. He went to Africa to get He went to Africa to get so the traditional marriage, the marriage and everything was not even in the document. Nothing. After all these years, after what he has made this girl gone through. Like, seriously, love this. Come to think of it, these people have no chill at all. Guys, why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section on what you think of this video. And do not forget that this channel does not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. So please share this video, subscribe if you get to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next video.